FPL managers, and welcome back for another video. My name's Jack, and today we're going over our game week 23 or double game week 23 team selection, as we are just around the corner from double game week 23, and there are a couple of key teams doubling up this week, so there has been some changes made to the side. If you guys are enjoying the FPL videos, drop a like and subscribe, as it really does help out the channel, and click that notification bell as well to stay up to date with all the FPL videos coming your guys' way shortly. And with that being said, let's jump into the video. So here is how the team has got on so far in game week 22. We've scored a total of 60 points up until this stage in the game week, and we still have Martinez, Rashford, Fernandes and Bamford all to play in the last game of this week. Obviously, as each of those players completing their second fixture of the double game week. So overall, a pretty decent week for us so far. Definitely could have been a little bit better had we had a couple of different players in the team. And just to note, we did use our wild card in game week 22, as there was quite a lot of problems with the team that needed addressing. As for example, we didn't have any Manchester United assets. And by using the wildcard, obviously allowed us to capitalise on Rashford and Fernandes scoring big, and our rank would have been hurt massively if we didn't have Rashford or Fernandes in the teams, as they were two very popular players to have or to bring in to the squads for double game week 22. Also, the goalkeeper was an issue. Obviously, we brought in Ramsdale here. He just produced 3 points, which was quite unfortunate, but the main reason we did get Ramsdale in is because Arsenal aren't blanking in game weeks 25, 28 or 32, and Arsenal do have the double in game week 23. So hopefully Ramsdale can put up some points in double game week 23 for Arsenal if they can get a clean sheet in at least one out of their two fixtures. Ben White as well, he completes the Arsenal double up. Of course, he's going to be playing next week, as Arsenal do have the double game week. Unfortunately though, Arsenal weren't able to keep a clean sheet away to Everton, as Sean Dyche at Everton looking fairly solid from both an attacking and defensive standpoint. Kieran Trippier also blank for the first time in a while now. And we did go for Martinez as the Manchester United defender. Obviously, we could have gone for Luke Shaw, but we opted to go for the cheaper Martinez, try and save up a little bit more money in the bank. Obviously, Shaw produced the assist and Martinez blank with just the 2 points, so we did miss out on 3 points there. And also in the midfield, we did opt to go for March over Mitoma. Obviously, Mitoma produced 11 points, whereas March just scored the 3, as Mitoma did get his late winner for Brighton. So that could have been a lot better as well if we did go for Mitoma. That would have seen us take a very good green arrow, but so far 200k green arrow this week definitely isn't too bad, especially with 4 fixtures still to be played. I'm very happy with Rashford, Fernandes and Kane, as those were there where the main points were coming from this week. Rashford already 24 points on captaincy with the second fixture to go. Fernandes got himself a goal and a few bonus points there, taking himself up to 10 so far this week. And Harry Kane did score what turned out to be the winning goal for Tottenham in their 1-0 win over Manchester City, plus he got on bonus points, which was good there. Quickly looking at the bench, Akanji is also on the bench. He's definitely a player that we're looking to start in double game week 23, as Akanji has pretty much played every single game since game week 8 in the Premier League this season for Manchester City. So he looks to be just about as nailed as it comes in terms of Manchester City centre-backs. So he could be a nice pick for the double for Man City there. Andreas Pereira also, he just got the 2 points. He remains on the bench. He's got a good fixture though in game week 23. So maybe could look to start him, as he's got Nottingham Forest at home, which is a good chance for some points for Andreas, as he does typically perform quite well at Craven Cottage. And Bueno did round out the defence there. He got 0 points, as he didn't get any minutes for Wolves, with Nori coming back into the starting lineup for them. But yeah, overall pretty happy with this week. Should be a much bigger green arrow as well. Hopefully if Bamford could score, because he's a massive differential, and if Martinez can chip in with the clean sheet, that would definitely be helpful as well if Bamford doesn't score, as obviously most people already have Rashford and Fernandes, so I'm not sure they're going to do too much for a rank in ways of green arrow, but I'm pretty happy with the 200k green arrow as we stand coming into double game week 23. We have made some changes to the team. So as discussed on yesterday's transfer plans video, Kevin De Bruyne was a major transfer target for us in ahead of double game week 23. We could definitely go for Mahrez as another option as well, but especially since De Bruyne got this rest against Tottenham, it does prepare him a little bit better for Manchester City's busy fixture schedule coming up across the next week or two, as they do have quite a lot of games to be played over this time. And with De Bruyne obviously not getting the start against Tottenham, he should be a little bit fresher than the rest of the team for their upcoming Premier League matches. So I do think Kevin De Bruyne could be a nice pick here at 12.4. We did originally have a 4.6 million left in the bank, so we had quite a lot of money to be able to make this move possible. And after going Fernandes to De Bruyne, we currently have 2 million left in the bank, so we still have a little bit to play with, which is good to see there as well. Obviously, Fernandes was good for us though in game week 22, but of course he does blank in game week 25, and Kevin De Bruyne with the double in 23. Plus, since he's playing in game week 25, I do prefer from now up until game week 28, where Manchester City could blank in that week. So from game weeks 23 through 27, I'd be happy to have Kevin De Bruyne in the team, and then look to move him out after that, because I do like Manchester City's fixtures over this time, and especially with a double game week, it's a great chance to have De Bruyne in the team. So currently £2 million left in the bank, and let's have a look how the team shapes up for double game week 23. So here is the current team. As you can see, we do currently have triple Arsenal and triple Manchester City now, with De Bruyne coming into the side for Fernandes and Akanji coming off the bench as well, which does allow us to have 6 double game week players without having to take a hit to the team. That was one of the main reasons that I wanted to use a wild card, was to try and maximize the double game week players and minimize blank game week players without having to take hits in the future. And I think the team is pretty well set up for this week, as even all of these single game week players do have fairly strong fixtures. Obviously, starting off with Ramsdale in goal, Brentford and Manchester City are good fixtures as well for Arsenal from a defensive standpoint. Especially Brentford at home, it's a great chance for Arsenal to record a clean sheet in this one. And after Manchester City didn't look that convincing from an attacking perspective against Tottenham, failing to score in that match, plus with a lot of controversy surrounding their club at the moment, they could be a little bit, will have a slightly worse performance in terms of attacking wise, especially after not scoring last week. Arsenal's defence is generally fairly strong at home, so maybe there's an increased chance there of an Arsenal clean sheet with all this stuff going on with Manchester City right now. And of course, as we touched on, the main reason we do have double up on Arsenal defence is for that Brentford at home fixture, so hopefully Arsenal can record at least 1 clean sheet in their 2 matches here in the double game week. Kieran Trippier obviously going to stay in the side, obviously blanked last week, but with Bournemouth away, a great chance for him to be starting for us, and he does have one of the best single game week fixtures, especially from a defensive perspective, out of any player in FPL right now or for this game week. Akanji, as we touched on, he's got Aston Villa at home and Arsenal away. I don't really expect Manchester City to record a clean sheet against Arsenal away. The main reason I've got him in there is for that Aston Villa at home match, as Man City's defence should hopefully prove too strong for Aston Villa's attack when they can potentially record a clean sheet here. As I touched on, Arsenal away, probably a difficult one to record a clean sheet in, so I'm really hoping Akanji can get a clean sheet in that first fixture against Aston Villa. Ben White also the double up there. He's got Brentford and Manchester City. Hopefully he can get himself at least 1 clean sheet. And Martinez as well, with a pretty good single game week fixture. Obviously, from a defensive perspective, this may not be quite as good, as Leeds' attack is generally fairly strong at home, but Leeds didn't look too good away to Nottingham Forest actually in their most recent match, so maybe that could be a factor that plays into it as well. And also with Leeds getting a new manager now, I'll have to see if they shape up the same or the whole tactics kind of change with their team, whether they're less attacking. So that's definitely something to look out for as well, especially in the double game week 22 match between Leeds and Manchester United. It's definitely going to be a good indicator of how the next match against them is going to play out. And of course, Rashford as well does remain in the team. He's definitely one of the Manchester United players that we're looking to hold through blank game week 25 and get rid of Martinez by that time. So definitely looking to move on Martinez for blank game week 25, drop Rashford to the bench. Obviously, we do have a couple of other players blanking in game week 25 as well, with Kieran Trippier for Newcastle. March there, as you can see on the bench, he's going to also be blanking for Brighton. So those most likely going to be the 3 players to drop to the bench. So we want to try and maximise the strength of the rest of the squad for blank game week 25. So Rashford will remain in the team, as he, despite blanking 25, is probably the best Manchester United asset right now, and he's a good one to have to capitalise on the fixtures all around this blank game week. Kevin De Bruyne obviously being the new signing looks to be a nice pick here. He's got Aston Villa and Arsenal. He did provide an assist in the reverse fixture against Aston Villa already this season, assisting Erling Haaland in fact with a great cross. And Odegaard does run out in the midfield. He looks to be a nice option. He's currently on our vice captaincy, but he could be a good differential captain as well if you're not looking to go for Erling Haaland. It will definitely be an extremely popular captain option, if not triple captain option as well, as it's Man City with their double game week. Of course, Erling Haaland always looking to be a dangerous triple captain threat. Of course, with Aston Villa and Arsenal, he already scored against Aston Villa this season, so hopefully he can repeat the trick here, as he is currently our captain. And Harry Kane and Patrick Bamford round out the team. This Patrick Bamford slot definitely is providing me with a couple of headaches. The idea was to go for Ivan Toney, and but since Brentford will be blanking in game Game Week 25 and Leeds had the double in 22. We opted to go for Bamford as a differential punt with just a 0.7% ownership right now. Obviously didn't look too great against Nottingham Forest in Game Week 22. We'll have to see how he goes against Manchester United in their second fixture of double Game Week 22. And his performance in that match will most likely dictate whether he starts here or gets benched for either Andreas or March, as they both have pretty decent fixture this week. Andreas with Nottingham Forest at home is a great chance for him to get more attacking returns, as he does do fairly well at home. And of course, March has been in great form, obviously blanked this week, but previously has been in very good form for Brighton. And with Crystal Palace away, definitely not the worst fixture from an attacking standpoint, so that could definitely be something that does change coming into double Game Week 23, is this Bamford starting slot. Of course, Kane there, as we touched on, he's got Leicester away. I'm a massive fan of this fixture, as Leicester's defence has been very poor since the resumption of the Premier League. Kane obviously being in great form right now as well, so he's going to be a nice pick to have on the side. And Olsen and Bueno, the two other players we haven't touched on, are currently sitting on a bench, both of which I expect not to play. With Bueno now not starting for Wolves without Norrie coming back, that could definitely provide us with a couple of problems for blank Game Week 25, as if Bueno doesn't start, that will give us 4 players that aren't playing for blank Game Week 25, so maybe we'd have to look to move on Bueno as well, which will mean that to avoid taking a hit, we're going to have to save up 2 free transfers coming into blank Game Week 25 to get rid of both Martinez and Bueno to make sure we have a full starting 11. But overall, pretty well with how the team is set up for this week and the next couple of game weeks, in fact, and a hopeful of a good score, especially with 6 double Game Week players in double Game Week 23. Thanks for watching today's team selection for double Game Week 23. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, drop a like and subscribe, as it really does promote the video and help out the channel quite a lot. And if you guys don't want to miss any future FPL videos, click the notification bell as well, as there is going to be lots more content coming your guys' way over this busy fixture schedule for Premier League, with double Game Weeks this week, blank Game Weeks coming up as well. There's lots to navigate, so definitely look out for more videos. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.